Hi, this is Dr. Frank with the Church of Rational Truth. Today we're going to talk a little bit about fasting and the positives and negatives, the benefits of fasting, and whether you should do it or not. The reason I'm doing this lecture, one, it is a counter to last week's lecture, which was about revelry, and I would say this is kind of the opposite point of it. You know, if we're going to overindulge, we're going to eat more than we're supposed to, drink more than we're supposed to, in terms of having good times and enjoying ourselves, we should talk about the opposite, cutting the fat, trimming, being lean, going with less. And it's very much the opposite point. These are yins and yangs. So this week, the other reason I'm doing this is because this week we have the solstice, which is, I would say, a nice non-denominational thing to celebrate, which is why the church is celebrating it. And before that, I'm going to lead up to it with a 72-hour fast or a 3-day fast. That's a personal decision. I wouldn't push other people to do that. The reason I'm doing it is because, one, I already overindulged this weekend. I'm probably going to overindulge on the Wednesday, so I want to kind of counter that a little bit. I don't want to eat all my normal calories and then eat possibly double my normal calories. And the other one is because I think there is a reverence to it. I think there is something about fasting that helps keep us grounded. It keeps us reminded that there are lean times, that sometimes we do have to sacrifice. There are other possible benefits to fasting. We've seen lots of articles saying that it's improving glycemic control in diabetics. Basically, your blood sugar goes really down, you lose insulin resistance because now your body doesn't have to make so much insulin. It can cause weight loss, obviously, because you're not taking in calories, so you will lose weight. I wouldn't argue that it's necessarily the healthiest way to lose weight, because that's a huge fluctuation and bodies going completely without calories. Most would probably argue that it's not the healthiest way. I would have to do a whole bunch of research to see, but just in my medical opinion, I wouldn't tell anybody to fast specifically to lose weight, but all weight loss is based in caloric reduction. The other reason is it's had a lot of historical impact in terms of religious ceremonies. Fasts were always seen as to be holy, they're seen as purifying. Now, obviously, that's not medical, that is religious and spiritual, but I do think there is something spiritual about a fast. It makes you feel cleaner spiritually, that you have forsaken this one benefit, and because of that sacrifice, you are closer to God, or cleaner, or better because of it. Do I think literally it does that? Probably not, but I think at least in a symbolic sense it does. I think other reasons it's good is if you are a person who does not have to live with hardships. I have means, I'm a doctor, I don't have to go without eating, but I think it does help keep people grounded if you do fast or you do give up. Like Lent, you're giving up something and it's to make you feel. This is not specifically for Lent why you would do this, but it helps make you realize and appreciate the things you do have. You appreciate eating a whole lot more when you realize you can't eat during a period. So that's another potential benefit that you get from fasting. Another thing is, traditionally, why I'm doing this at this period, winter has always been a difficult time in terms of food. There's traditionally scarcity during this time, especially in olden times. The winter, you can't go out and get fresh berries, you can't scavenge for food as easily. It is one of the hardest times to get food, and so usually the most lean times are around winter. So that's why I chose this to be a longer, prolonged fast. With that being said, I think those are kind of the pros, the reasons why I am doing it. That is not to say that it is some all-out benefit and that everybody should do it. In fact, I would probably argue that everybody shouldn't fast. There are definitely people who are malnourished or underweight definitely shouldn't be fasting for any prolonged period of time. And when I say prolonged period, I'm meaning like a 24-hour fast, 48-hour fast. Something like 8-hour fast, 16-hour fast. Okay, it depends on what's going on, and I'd take that by a case-by-case basis. But if someone is severely malnourished, I would not push them specifically to fast. I would say make sure you're getting your good meals. Me personally, generally I fast every day for 16-ish hours, 16, maybe even 20 hours a day, because I usually eat one meal or two small meals, or a big meal and a small meal. I don't eat 3 meals. I've just been used to it because of long working hours. It's something I'm very accustomed to. Not everybody can do that or be used to that. For In fact, I could go a day or 2 days without really realizing I haven't eaten without feeling hungry, just because I'm kind of used to this schedule of big meal, not eating for a long time, big meal, not eating for a long time. I wouldn't suggest it for other people. I don't make that recommendation for health benefits for other people, but it's something that I just do, and my doctors even told me, like, that's not probably the best way of eating. Then again, I don't think there's a whole lot of studies on styles of eating or eating patterns, rather more of just, the overall total calories in, calories out nutrients. There's a lot more studies on that. I don't think there's a lot of long-term fasting studies that I've looked up, and it's never been something I've looked up specifically. Other negatives, if someone has diabetes and they're on an insulin regimen, or they're on a complicated regimen of medications, or they're on any medications, it's going to screw up with the medications in your blood sugar. So it's something where if you're even considering fasting, one, you should probably be talking to your doctor, at least making some sort of informed decision other than this video. This video should not tell you to fast or tell you not to fast, because it does and can have medical implications. Those aren't the only reasons. I could probably think of a whole bunch of other things: kidney failure, liver failure, blood pressure with medications. These things are all going to change based on your eating habits, so I would say if you are thinking about doing some sort of fast for religious or other reasons, contact your doctor, ask them if it's good to fast. I am not your doctor, I'm not telling you to fast. I would not even suggest for the members of the church to fast. I think they should make an individual decision and decide, do they think that it would help them physically or spiritually to do so. For me, I think it's going to not only possibly improve my health a little bit, but I think that, me specifically, I also think that it's going to help me enjoy revelry, because revelry is the enjoyment of excess. And it's kind of like that, well, if I'm already having excess, how much more benefit is excess on top of it? Not much. But if I have a period of fasting or a period of self-denial, that excess is going to feel a lot better. I always tell people about my times in Nepal. In Nepal, you have to self-deny with a lot of things because they physically don't have the ability to have those. Like, ice was very difficult. Having toilet paper was impossible because the septic system couldn't handle it. So those things felt a lot better when you come back to the United States and then you do have them. You then realize and you appreciate having air conditioning. You appreciate having toilet paper. You appreciate having a stable internet connection. You appreciate having electricity all the time. And you don't always appreciate those things unless you don't have them for a period. So that is the short reason for this. If anybody does want to fast, make that decision, make it an informed decision. Hopefully some people will come for our Saturnalia Festival / Winter Solstice Festival, which will happen on Wednesday. If you have any questions, you want to join in, or you want to join in virtually, let us know. We do have a Facebook, we have a Reddit, we have a Discord. Don't have a lot of members on them, but then again, we don't proselytize. We don't want to proselytize. So, we don't like advertising religion or trying to force our religion. So, if you do want to join, please, by all means. Don't want to join? That's fine too. You do you. Thank you so much for watching. If you did, this is Dr. Frank signing off. I might give an update into the fast. I'm not sure. I don't really want to make false drama about fasting because I don't really think that's the reason for doing this. But, it depends on how my schedule is and whether I feel like posting an update or not. But that's it for this video. We will see you next week, and everybody have a happy winter solstice, Christmas, whatever other holiday you're having. Enjoy it, and we'll see you all in hopefully a week. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.